down a few players. No Leighton Brooks. Jonah Albano has just come back from injury. He's on the bench tonight, but working with that makeshift striker of Marcus Schroen. Romero, who's here at the moment, can also go forward. Here's a good attack for Preston. Romero's got support out to his right. The shot comes in, and it just sneaks out to the far side. There's a good attempt from Luke Jego. Melbourne just trying to close the door as much as they can on this Lions attack. Bell. Looking at the back post. Wasn't a bad effort as well. It did find the head of Marcus Schroen, but just a bit tall. Didn't quite sit low enough for Marcus Schroen to get right on top of that. Trashevsky there just was stuck in no man's land. Looked up and had no one in front of him. Such is the pressure from Preston Lions, keeping Port Melbourne very deep. Here comes the cross again, and the header onto the crossbar from Marcus Schroen. Swung out to Bell. Romero's down the line, and he just massaged the situation enough, Romero, that he drew the contact. He knew it was coming in from Mouillet, and Mouillet gets a yellow card. Jego again. Gets around Serra to the byline. Here comes Romero. Trachevsky. Payoff sliding in again. Well, he is just a terrier, isn't he, in midfield? Here's Jego. Whips it in. Schroen, surely this time. Marcus Schroen saved at point blank and then saved at the posts. Sliding in at the last was the combination of Dib and Latsis to deny Connor Bell. Oh, Karmas has been caught. Dallied on the ball. Romic tries to back him up. He's goal side. Open net. Romero scores. Massive error in defence from Port Melbourne. Really came from a nothing situation. Karmas caught. And Romero gets the goal that he was so desperately hunting in the first half. It comes here in the second. And Preston up 1-0. Port Melbourne have been shipping goals recently. They've lost all of their last 3 games 3-0. They are trying to respond here, Port Melbourne. Here's Karmas, who's keen to make amends for his error earlier. In comes the cross-pitch for Novsky. Felino knocks it away. Dib with the strike. Oh, it's unbelievable. That is an outrageous goal from Dib. A captain's goal if Port Melbourne ever needed one. Klosky. Trachevsky. Dib. Punches it along the ground. Here's Farrow. Getting the wheels turning for the first time. Farrow cuts inside. Takes the shot. Oh, no way. No way Delano Farrow has put Port Melbourne ahead. The game has swung completely. Essentially his first involvement in tonight's match, Delano Farrow, is to come on and bury it into the bottom corner past Trenkovsky, and Port Melbourne are in front. Chance here from the set piece for Preston. Right onto the penalty spot. Bozanovsky was there, sent in a second time, hooked away. Third attempt comes in, up in the trees. Open space for Bozanovsky. Flicked on. Space down the left. Flag stays down. Whipped in by Albano and knocked in by Jonas Markovski. At some point, a Markovski was going to have an impact on this game. And it's Preston's Jonas Markovski who levels proceedings at 2-2. It's a second one, as I actually say that, coming up to the halfway line to get himself ready. It'll be Nathan Dib. Here's some space for Jonas Markovski. Plenty of space to work into. The game is opening up. Whips it in. Back post. Skittles a number of his teammates. Jego will keep it alive. The Sharks need to get back in. Jego sends the ball in. Acrobatically sent away by Nick Dib. Comes back out to Jego again. Third cross comes into the area. Peppering the box. The Lions. That just stays tight to Albano. Jago curls it in. Karmas was completely over the top of Sir Dennis. Crossfield, Markovski. That's it out of the way by Dibb. Sends in the cross to the back post. And it was Spaseski who couldn't control it to send it in. Loops into the penalty spot. Anderson went for it. Latz has got a shove. Urbano. Oh, that looked like a hand. That looked like a hand against Nick Dibb. Not seen by the referee. Territory of utmost importance right now for Port Melbourne, who are fighting to get just at least 1 point. Here's another yellow card. As it stands right now, obviously, they'll share the points, but you feel like that'll definitely be unsatisfactory for Preston. Getting on his bike is Aaron Anderson. Cutting it off his Dibb. Here comes Port Melbourne the other way. Alison Dratos! No way! Hits the crossbar. Goes in! Wow, wow, wow. Thomas Alison Dratos might have just won the game for Port Melbourne. The Preston Lions just fell asleep at the back. It opened up ever so slightly. Trenkovski caught in no man's land. Everyone is bunched in around the Port Melbourne goalkeeper, Luka Romic. Here comes the corner. Chitchmill at the front post, heads it away. They've held on, Port Melbourne. They have done it. What an incredible night of NPL Victoria.